I can't open with egg-themed jokes. Asgore takes the prize on that one. Don't forget, these theories are just for fun, and not all theories end up being correct. I'd love to hear what you think about it, so let me know in the comments below, okay? Let's get into it. In our last theory video, we theorized that the bad memory item obtained from Memoryhead could be a piece of Gaster. Evidence supporting this theory included this hidden NPC claiming that the egg-shaped object they're holding is a piece of Gaster, Memoryhead being located where the tree and man-like figures are found obscured in the fog, and the fact that much like Deltarune's eggs, the bad memory item cannot be dropped. We get more evidence supporting this theory from the Spamton Sweepstakes event site. Clicking on the fake ads and links leads to mysterious web pages, many of which appear to be written by Noelle. We can safely say that Holiday Girl refers to Noelle Holiday and not Des Holiday, since these pages talk with and about Noelle's classmates. Noelle describes playing a modded pet-raising game that had a chance to glitch out whenever she didn't have any pets. She got a special unhatching egg that she tried to throw away but would reappear, made weird noises when interacted with, and persisted across save files. This special egg lines up with Deltarune's secret eggs perfectly. Previously, we knew we couldn't drop the eggs in Deltarune's Dark World because they were key items, so including that in the theory almost felt like a stretch. But now with Noelle's post, we know that her egg returned to her after she tried to throw it away, just like the bad memory item returns in Undertale. With the gray and white palette of the webpage, as well as the word special being written in all caps, we can easily recognize Gaster's usual shenanigans. Further evidence for the eggs being Gaster related is that, according to Noelle, the egg did have a name, but she can't remember it no matter how hard she tries. Just like how typing in the name of our favorite forgotten scientist causes both Deltarune and Undertale to crash. Like many others, I considered that Spamton could have been the forgotten name, but that was quickly debunked through a separate scenario. Noelle downloaded spam emails into her game and flooded it with the blue Papyrus rather than the secret white eggs. In the Sweepstakes Twitter Q&A, Spamton says that the white eggs we find in the game are another man's treasure. The last suspect of the forgotten name was Papyrus, since, while potentially non-canon, he appears behind the familiar-looking tree on this print of a skirt found on Fangamer. But there's no instance of Papyrus's name being erased like Gaster's. Lots of fans have their own theories on how Sans and Papyrus are connected to Gaster, beyond simply having font names and Gaster blasters. But the egg in his dating minigame may not be a joke after all. Okay. So the eggs are almost certainly bad memories, and connected to Gaster in some way. But why does that matter to the overall story? If we examine Memoryhead closely, several fans on Reddit, and even in the comments under my last video, say that two of its faces bear striking resemblance to Deltarune's secret bosses so far, Jevil and Spamton. With Jevil's pointy ears and teeth here, and Spamton's long nose here, I have to agree. Both of these characters are strongly theorized to have been influenced by Gaster. This is especially true in Spamton's case, as the phone said to have given him advice in the past now only emits garbage noise, just like Chris's phone emitting Gaster's entry 17 sound from Undertale. Memoryhead can only be understood if the player uses the cell phone to either join or refuse them. It turns out, joining the Memoryhead means losing all your HP. Maybe this is how the secret bosses fell to their bad memories. It's worth mentioning that we encounter 3 Memoryheads in Undertale, so they may very well multiply like the eggs do. That would be a problem if they go around trying to get people to join them. The last piece of evidence for the bad memory item being the eggs we receive in Deltarune is what a bad memory is in the first place. Spamton is implied to have bad memories of being kicked out of the Queen's castle and thrown in an acid river, and Sham had to detain Jevil after realizing he was no longer the friend he once knew. Noelle ends her story about the special egg by explaining how she returned to the game years later to face her fears. She treated the egg like a normal pet, showing it compassion until the point where it left due to happiness, much like a bad memory that fades after moving on from trauma. You need to face your pain to become stronger. Don't forget it. Sometimes the pain can make you stronger, but we also shouldn't force ourselves to ignore it with a smile. I wonder if it's a good idea for Chris to put these eggs near Asgore if that's the case. He hasn't taken the divorce well, and isn't moving on like Toriel appears to be. And Chris himself is also burdened, seemingly by nostalgia, but there's definitely more to it than that. The implication so far is that they lost control of their actions and are at risk of disappearing, as if even the memory of them might be erased. Deltarune being a game, we may be discouraged from erasing save files in the future. I don't know what future chapters will hold, or if there will be consequences for the eggs in a pacifist versus a weird route. But what I do know is that happy memories of times long gone, of people we'll never see again. It can inflict pain just to remember them, but that doesn't make them bad memories. They're bittersweet.
The promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.